Alright, it's live now. Okay, here, I'll leave it to you. Somebody who can interact. Okay, so what do you think about LinkedIn?
It's a professional side.
Professional side, okay?
It's totally like at this segment where they cater only the professional people.
So if somebody asks questions, you'll have to ask them, okay? So you can interrupt, that's fine, so be prepared for interruption.
So the target segment is like niche working class people, and yeah, it's mainly of that instead of like a normal one what happens in Facebook and all. But
Okay, good. What do you guys think?
Similar lines, it's a social network where you can look for jobs, where
Sure.
you can
Okay,
do
good.
with companies.
Can you, while he's telling, can you do some research on the number of active users in
Yes.
LinkedIn? Just some statistics. Yeah, go ahead.
And it's more of a professional outlook rather than something which is more casual. And
Okay, so I heard the word profession. What else? Profession, and I heard the word jobs. Okay, what else?
to find out more about some companies.
Companies.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. All right. Okay. Yes, sir.
It's a professional social media network.
Yes, sir.
Professional and finding jobs.
Okay, we'll come back to Sumedha in a little bit. She's okay. Now, how many of you are active in LinkedIn? What do you mean by active?
you're continuously visiting those pages, updates
How often you visit?
once in a month.
Once in a month.
I'm
Yes,
better
sir.
than him at least.
Huh?
I'm better than him. 7 days or 10 days at least. Once in
Once in a week. Okay.
Once in a week.
You?
I am not all active.
Why? I want to get an idea of why not. And the audience also, we can ask if somebody is. Why not?
Active users.
Huh?
The only time I was active when I was in between transition.
Okay.
jobs.
Good. That's what I want to get into. Okay. So you think it is for jobs, correct?
Yeah.
That was
That was your mindset. All right. Good. What do you think? Why? How many of you are active in Facebook or Twitter or in YouTube? How often?
Once in
YouTube multiple times a day.
Okay, multiple times a day. Okay, good.
a day. Once in a day.
Once in a day.
Once, minimum 2 times.
Okay. So, what is your perspective of LinkedIn now? Forget about before. Now, what is your perspective of LinkedIn?
I think it can be used to target a very small set of audience effectively.
Okay.
I think it can be more effective than Facebook
Okay.
from a company perspective.
I think it's a good platform for headhunting.
Headhunting. Okay. So they are asking question. What is it? One of the best you can read out to. If not, you can give it to him. It's one of the best networking tool. Says. Okay. Good. Thank you.
So it's good for corporates. So when they want to hire some good professionals, they can go through their profile scan, and it's good for that.
Okay. Headhunters. Okay. Okay. Again, it comes under jobs. Okay. Anything else? Okay. What is the numbers?
380 million.
How much?
380 million.
380 million active users, right?
Yeah.
Users.
Yeah.
Okay. And India specific. In India, how many?
Just an
The audience can tell. How many active users in India?
Over 30 million.
30 million.
33 or 35 million? It's almost now. 30 million might be last year or something. 35 million. Now, who are these people? That is important. Who are these people who are in LinkedIn?
33, 35.
35. 32, 35 million. Who are these people?
Professionals.
Professionals.
Professionals? Okay, good. So, now, LinkedIn is not just for jobs. That is, it was before. When did LinkedIn started? Can you just check it out? Question for the audience. LinkedIn founded date.
2002 December.
2002 December. So imagine, this was way before. Right? So, and there was a recent earnings, go check it out too. In the LinkedIn blog, LinkedIn, you have the recent earnings for the
2003 May 5th.
2000?
5th May 2003. It was launched.
Okay, so it started and then May
5th 2003.
2003. More than what? 12 years. When did you guys join?
5-6 years.
Okay, maybe around 6 years.
Okay, good. So, now what made you to, that time you might not know about LinkedIn or might not know about digital marketing. What made you to start LinkedIn? Why did you join LinkedIn?
Curiosity, I guess.
Curiosity, okay.
We got to know from our professor that they should create network in LinkedIn.
Oh, professor.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. That's good because a lot of people are not encouraging. That's good that professors are encouraging. Very good.
So when I went in for my for one of the first few interviews, I'd gone to Aditi Technologies. So the guy who was interviewing me told me that I need to have 500 connections.
See?
On LinkedIn. So that's when I actually started to try and build my LinkedIn profile. So,
How many connections? Good question. How many connections you have?
265.
200. When was the interview?
3.5 years back.
Wow. Yourself?
Yes.
Are there any questions coming? How many you have?
350.
350, not bad. Okay. So, are you trying to find out where to find that information? Okay, so see, I think we all started with their careers, correct? Because of the careers, I think we started. Is that right?
Yes.
That's what we now.
228.
228. I started my career in 1996. 1996. And I was, as you guys know, that I was working for I did my hotel management and then I worked for a couple of years for a college. And that's when my friend, this was in 99, my friend came from the US. He was working in the US. He came and then I was teaching in my same college where I studied. Okay? And then this guy came in and we had around 30 people, 30 students. And me and him are very close. Not when I'm close, I say during the period of time, from 93 to 96. And this guy, we both are the only day scholars. Others were all. Yes. So we became very close. And then he left to the US and I was here. And he came back and our HOD said there will be a guest lecture happening today. And I was sitting in the staff room. And he came and he saw me sitting in the staff room. And he said, Suresh, what are you doing here? I said, I'm a staff man here, I'm teaching here. He could not believe because he knows about me. He knows that I cannot in my life teach. Because I did not know. The other day I was telling to whom? I was telling to Bhavna. Did I not? I did not tell to you. I was telling to Bhavna, I never thought I would teach, ever. That was the least, maybe I didn't even think about it. But somehow I ended up that one and then he was like, I could not believe, and seriously, how can you do? Because I'm not a above average guy. I'm just below average. So for me to come and teach, he's a good guy, he's a topper. He's a topper in university. He and one more girl, topper, both of them. So he could not believe. Anyhow, he gave the presentation and then he came and asked me, hey, why don't you come to the cruise lines? I told him, hey, look, I am earning, if this was in 99, I am earning 8,500 rupees. That is huge money in those days. And then especially in Coimbatore, it's a small city. So 8,500 rupees was a big deal. And I said, I'm happy here. You see, all my students, they respect me, their parents come and respect me. You want me to come and work there? Come on, man, I don't think so I can do it. So I was doing that and I never thought I would go and work there also. I was happy there, enjoying my life. But after 1 year, something happened. After 6 months, there was only 2 colleges in Coimbatore which gave hotel management. After this 2 years, when I studied, there was only 2 colleges. By the time I graduated, around 20-25 colleges started hotel management. So, because in Coimbatore there's a lot of college, you guys know, there's a lot of college, maybe 600 colleges around.
It's an education center.
Yes, all the people from Kerala and other places come there. Then I was like thinking, everybody started to get into teaching because there's demand for teaching, and for that time everybody started, and I was thinking, if this is the case over a period of couple of years, there will not be any demand for teaching, right? Because everybody started to get into teaching, and I was thinking my career is going to go really bad. I don't want to be in this. Then I said, okay, let me go try what Salim said. Let me go. So those days, if you want to attend the ship, your dad was in the ship, right? How did he go to the ship? He was in Carnival, right? Or Royal Caribbean?
He was in
P&O cruise. Okay, P&O. For those we have, various cruise lines. One of them is Carnival, is well known. P&O is well known. Royal Caribbean is well known. How did he attend the interview? Any idea?
I think he had to go to Bombay.
Exactly. So those days we'll have to go to Bombay. So Bombay interview happens only in Bombay. And my friend told, you'll have to come to Bombay. Let's go. You have to go. And he gave some agencies and all these things. Yeah.
Bombay Patel?
Right.
You should go through him.
So there are 2 or 3 agencies that I'm talking 19. That time it was maybe only that. But after that, few agencies came into place. Then, so now how do we know during those days? Imagine in 1999, how would you know if there is an openings?
Good question. Good question.
Yeah, how was it?
Only through mail, I guess.
Newspapers. And that is Sunday Times and Mumbai edition. And in Coimbatore, there is only one place you get that. Only one shop. And by the time the Sunday Times comes to that shop, it would be Wednesday. So Sunday Times paper, Mumbai edition, will come to Coimbatore by Wednesday. So imagine by the time everybody would have applied. So I was like, and you will get maybe 5 newspapers, that's it. If you don't be in the morning, early morning, by the time I think it comes through train that time. So it will take 2 or 3 days to come there to Bangalore. If you are not early in the morning, you will miss out that one too. And that time, 99, I did not know internet. I don't know how it was, but it was not. What do you think, Sumitra? In 99, how was the internet?
No internet, I would say. The computers were still right. But the computers, the only thing we can do is play solitaire and do some applications. But internet basically came in a very few people's home at that time.
Okay. So now I was waiting for this, and then I got to one newspaper, and I called them up and said I want to attend. So basically, you mail them your resume. So it will take another week to go there, right? So this was the process, and then I went there for the first interview, and I don't know to speak Hindi. In Bombay, if you don't know Hindi, it's very difficult. So I was staying there in nearby the church gate. And then I was trying to find the address and went there. There were a bunch of people from South and everywhere for this interview. So I first went there, I attended the interview, and a chef from Carnival Cruise Lines asked me, what are the different types of sauces? I still remember sauces, so there are 5 different types of sauces, white sauce and all these things. How do you make that? Bechamel and mayonnaise and all these sauces. But I answered that question, and he asked, what is your experience? I said, I am teaching. And he said, okay, fine, but we want people who can practice, not teach. I was thinking my own idea was, I'm teaching, right? In Coimbatore, they give me so much of respect, so much of this thing. Here they're saying, we don't need teaching. I said, see, I'm teaching people how to do it. They said, no, we want people who can actually cook. You can't cook. So then I came back, so I failed in the interview. Then I came back and I decided to do some training in a hotel. So in Taj Kuno, I went and got some training for 2-3 months. This time I said, okay, again I applied. And I didn't even apply, I actually went to Bangalore, Mumbai. And my uncle was there. I said, I'm going to camp here for 1 month or until I get a job. So he lived in Borivali. I stayed in Borivali. I take the train every day, morning go to Churchgate, and then I'll get the midday paper. That time it was midday paper was popular. So I'll attend every single interview you possibly can. It doesn't matter whether it is for the ship or Singapore, Dubai, doesn't matter. So I used to go attend every single interview. Finally, I got through this interview for this Carnival Cruise Lines. Got through the interview, and I asked my parents to send some money. So I got my certificates and everything there. Got the money and then did the medical and visa processing. Everything was done. So and then I got the visa and the offer letter, and I came back. So I came back to Chennai, where my cousins and all were there. So I spent a couple of days there before going to my hometown. I spent a couple of days, and then I was about to go to Coimbatore, because to go to Ooty, you'll have to go through Coimbatore. So I got a bus, Thiruvallur bus, went to Coimbatore. So that night, 11:30 was my bus. It stopped in one place. So I went outside to get something. And they said it'll go, it'll be there for only for 1 minute or 2 minutes. So I went there, and I was wearing shoes because it was in a hurry. I didn't even wear my shoes. So I went there and I tried to get something and come back. I came back, I didn't see the bus. All my passport, my certificates, my visa, including my shoes, is in the bus. The bus is gone. I had 150 rupees in my pocket. I caught an auto and I asked the auto guy to go back to see if he can catch the bus. He went for a while and said it is 11:30, there's no petrol, I have to go back. So that money also I gave it to him. He came back, returned, nothing. So it was a bus stop though. And then I went to Thiruvallur bus stop and I asked them, this is the problem, I left all my everything, my visa, passport, medicals, employment letter, certificates, everything. And then I asked him, this is the situation. Then they said, don't worry, we will call the next stop, Salem or something, and we'll ask them to get you back, don't worry. And I told I don't even have money to listen. They said, don't worry, there are plenty of buses that goes. We'll get you in that bus so that you can go there and collect the thing. So I went there, I waited for 1 hour there to get another bus. And then another bus came, went into there, and then I went into Salem and asked for the bag and everything. They said they received the call, but by the time they received the call, the bus went already. So I was like, imagine everything, right? So I was like, what to do. Then I had a friend in Salem. So by the time it was morning already. So I called him up and said, hey, this is the situation, man. And that time we used to have a phone that you have to write it down. There's no cell phone and other things, right? So I called him up and said, this is the situation. He came back. And then he got some money, and he got me some sandals. You know, first get some tea and some sandals, and we got a sandal, and the bus went to Coimbatore. In Coimbatore, I was living in a PG. So this PG, I had a roommate, and I called him up and said, hey, this is the bus. This time the bus comes in there. I left all the passport, visa, medical certificates, everything. Can you go check? So he said, I'll go check. It was nearby the bus stop. So he went and he checked, and then he said, call me after 1 hour. So I called him after 1 hour. But by the time I called him, he said, I went there, there's none, I'm sorry. He went and said, checked inside the bus, and he said, no. And then after 10 minutes, I was like, you know what to do. We were just thinking, because he's my roommate, and this guy, Salem guy, were all friends too. So we both were talking to him, what is that we can do now? And then after 5 minutes, he's laughing and saying, I got your bag. Okay, and he saw the passport and everything. So that is how I got into this, right? And those days, it is not easy. Those days, it is a lot of thing just to get an interview. But today, LinkedIn is there, it comes to you. But are we taking advantage of that? Are we utilizing to the maximum? Right? So that's what we discussed today. How important is LinkedIn? Right? Today you get everything. Job comes to you. You don't need to go to this thing. Of course, the timing is like different. You can't compare now and before. But there is technology is there, but we are not trying to utilize it. Okay? So let us not think that LinkedIn is for jobs alone. LinkedIn is completely changing the way it is. We are underestimating LinkedIn. LinkedIn is an amazing platform. It is not just for your jobs. Yes, it started for jobs, but now it is becoming a media company. It is turning into a media company, and it is becoming a recommendation engine. What do you mean by recommendation engine? What do you mean by recommendation? It recommends every single time what LinkedIn does. Add this person to your profile. So it automatically recommends you to take action. Correct? Skill set, add the skill. It tells you, walks you through step by step. So the objective of LinkedIn is to make you a better, be it marketer or be it whatever career you are into. It is going to make your life better. That is the objective. And the recent acquisition, lynda.com, what is the objective? Right? See, they already have a huge database. Now they are going to make you better. Everybody wants to get better in life, don't we? You don't want to be in the same situation. We want to grow. If it is too much, he can handle for a while. Yeah, here. Okay. Right? So how do you utilize that? How do you make every single activity that you do in LinkedIn is going to help you become a better marketer? In your context, I'm saying to make you a better digital marketer. Now, I go to LinkedIn so I'm active. Why? Why? I want to be better too. Right? The LinkedIn pulse and the news which I am reading makes me better. Right? It's not only for you. From the bottom level to the top level, LinkedIn objective is to help every single one of them move from this particular career to the next level. Okay? And the LinkedIn, you guys did PPC? You did Facebook? What is Google has got different algorithms. What are the algorithms? for SEO PPC separately.
PageRank,
PageRank it started, and for PPC it is
quality score,
ad rank. Okay. What about Facebook?
Quite a few.
There is an algorithm. Yeah, that is the advertisement. The organic part.
The quality of your content.
This thing number of
What is that? What is that
likes
called?
and
What is it called?
engagement. Don't have my notebook.
What is it? Algorithm. Facebook algorithm. You forgot about it. Somesh should have explained. I'll call Somesh and say. Some rank. What rank?
Edge rank.
H rank.
Edge rank.
Okay. So similar to that, LinkedIn has a formula called as CMS.
PageRank, PushRank, and
What is CMS? CMS. What is CMS?
Like content management.
Content management system.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Maybe it's some career management system, something like that. in LinkedIn.
This content marketing score. Okay, so basically, LinkedIn is helping you by recommending. So it is what it is becoming. It is becoming a recommendation engine. It is not just a job thing. It is becoming a recommendation engine, and it is becoming a media company. It is not just your career company, but it is becoming a media company. That means they are producing a lot of content. Right? This platform allows not only to you to produce, but basically everybody produce content. Okay? We are going to look into that. Now, who are these people? We talked about this.
active users.
These, we have 380 million users. Who are those people?
Business professionals.
It is right from fresher to the top level. Right? We are talking about like Obama, like Modi. You guys know that? They are active in there and they produce content only in LinkedIn. You cannot get those content that they produce anywhere else. They are not going to go on Facebook and produce those content. Can you take a look at Modi's recent post? And of course, who else is there? You have what is this? Virgin's Virgin. What is
Branson.
Branson, Richard Branson. Okay, they are all producing content exclusively for LinkedIn. What is recent? Somebody search for Obama's recent one, you search for Modi's recent publications, and they write content exclusively for LinkedIn.
Powering a billion views.
What is that?
Powering-
When was that?
This was 29th July.
29th July. What is powering a billion dreams? You can showcase yes. No, it's the other way. Yes. Yes. Okay, so what is this post? And see, look at the Modi's post. When was that?
29th
29. How many followers he's got?
followers.
It will be there.
It's like views he has.
Okay, follow. Look at the views.
Views 22,000 views, 1,700 likes, 254 comments, and they also have a video on this.
Yes. So this, have you came across this one in Facebook? This is, and what about Richard Branson? Post. When was the 64 post? When was it? August 3rd. Look at that. Okay, so these people are LinkedIn has selected them and made it into LinkedIn influencer. Right? And everybody wants to know what they are sharing, correct? I want to know. And similarly, Harvard Business Review and all these people, authors, everybody is writing exclusively for LinkedIn. And that is why you have to be active. On a regular basis, they are posting, right? Okay, that's one of the. So, LinkedIn is becoming one of the most resourceful social networking site. Okay, apart from all these things, it is becoming the best resourceful site, and that is what LinkedIn wants to do. Okay, the focus, see, before it was only about jobs, now it is becoming into a content generating machine. Okay, so it is not just this thing. So what is that? You can the use of LinkedIn is one is for your personal, that is your professional. What else? The company. Okay. And then the publishing platform. What else? What else it can be used for? Companies can use it, individuals can use it. Anything else? No? What is SlideShare? So lynda.com has come recently, they acquired SlideShare. Do you guys know LinkedIn is SlideShare is LinkedIn property? No? LinkedIn bought SlideShare long time back, so it is LinkedIn's property. Lynda.com also. Who knows Lynda? You guys don't know Lynda?
I don't know it.
Okay, Lynda is the place for professional training.
It is actually a e-commerce site, right?
No, it is a professional training. You go. Okay, you can learn everything. All the courses are available. And how much they bought it for? Any idea? Just check how much LinkedIn bought Lynda for.
It's free, no?
1.5 billion.
How much?
1.5
billion. Okay, so that's a huge thing. And if you notice, the objective is to again enhance your skills and the company's skills. Okay, so now LinkedIn is not only a professional network, but in LinkedIn you are the brand. You are marketing yourself, right? Of course, apart from your company, you are marketing yourself. Okay, and that means your LinkedIn profile should be a living resume. Every single time you learn a skill, that should be updated. So far, what did you guys learn? What do you know so far in the course? What do you know?
SEO.
You guys know how to do WordPress?
Yeah.
Content management system? How to come up with content for websites? SEO? Everything that you learn should go up in your LinkedIn. It's a skill, right? You're acquiring a skill. So you need to update your. When was the last time you updated? Even if you updated, you would have updated something else. Right? So this is used for professional. So that is what you're going to do. You're going to add all the skills. So here are some exercises I'm going to give you guys. You're going to do that one now. Okay. First, LinkedIn summary, your summary. that professional. So there is headline and your summary. So this is like your title and description of your page. This is the first thing, right? Remember in SEO what did you learn?
Yeah.
So you use keywords, and where do you use it? Title and description. Exactly. The headline is the title. So you are going to use keywords in your headline. For example, if you're looking for digital marketing jobs, digital marketing maybe enthusiast in Bangalore, that location. How you do the keyword research and then you're going to add that one. Your summary also gives you like a description, so you can describe about yourself. Okay. Number 2. So I'll give you. Don't do it right now. I'm just going to mention it. How's your picture? What picture? First of all, do you have a picture?
Yeah.
What picture? Professional headshot. Okay. It doesn't have to be excellent like in a studio and this thing. With your camera you can take nowadays, right? The quality of this thing is. But have a picture of your and then you're going to add your experience, of course, right? And then not just I'm working for Decathlon, but what gives specifics in Decathlon. What is your role? What is your day-to-day activities? What do you do? Have you helped something? So, for example, if you've done Periscope for Decathlon, list it down. Introduce Periscope to Decathlon. That's a huge thing. And did some this thing, maybe a link or something you can give. Okay, that's a huge thing that you guys did, right? Nobody is doing it. Right? Those kinds of specific tasks you're going to add. Okay. Have you increased, some contribution that helped the company achieve the goal? That also you're going to have. Okay, it could be increased revenue from this X to Y. Add that. And did you solve a customer's problem? List it down. Reduce the customer support. Increase the efficiency of customer support. Right? And you guys are doing what? Website and other things. So the technology part you guys are taking care. Give specifics. Right? Updation of products in the website. Give specifics. Okay? The URL. What is the URL?
The company link.
What is your URL currently? It should be your name, not with random numbers.
But how do we change it?
I'll tell you how to change it, but these are the exercises you're going to do it. Okay, customize your URL. There's no dashes and other things. You will have to have the same principle. If you know the SEO strategy, it applies here. On-page SEO applies here. Education. Add education. And by the way, you're having your projects done here, right?
Yeah.
That can be added there. Digital marketing projects, and give a link to that project. And in that project, what specifically you are doing.
So slideshare link or something like that.
Yeah. You guys did some universal SEO, some videos and other things. That also could be added here. Okay. So the project details, update that with again some specific things. Add your skills. Skills? How many skills you learned in the past maybe 4 months?
Not.
Keyword research system. On-page SEO system. Off-page. Universal. In PPC, you know, display advertisement. And then what? Keyword again, match types. All those things can go in the skills. Okay?
Right.
Join alumni. Your alumni may be existing job, previous job or previous
Institution, school.
institutes, colleges. Okay? Now, join alumni and then add at least 10 to 20 people from that group, alumni. You get connected. By the way, you cannot go and connect to a person in LinkedIn. You cannot go and connect with random people. What should you have? You should have something in common. Something or somebody in common. Only then you can connect it. Either you should have worked together, either you should be a part of alumni. That's why I'm saying you go and join alumni. That means you get access to those people. Otherwise, LinkedIn will ask you for a email address. But if you're part of the group or alumni, you can say we work together or we were working before. So easily you get access to all those. Okay, so join alumni. Add digital marketing certification. You're doing that, right? Under certification, you can add digital marketing management course. Issuing authority would be Web Marketing Academy. If you search for it, you will find out. And then the course, the name is Digital Marketing Management Course. And there is a code for it. The code is DMM101. And the year. Okay, you will see the logo of WMA once you add that one.
In courses.
Not courses, certification, I think. Either in courses or certificate. Either ways. Certificates, I think. Okay, and then you're going to endorse at least 10 people for their skills. You guys know each other, right? At least each other within your group. Within WMA, okay, by the way, add at least like 5 to 10 people from WMA. Do you guys know at least 5 to 10?
Yeah.
Search for it and add them.
Digital marketing.
Management course. Okay. So endorse at least your friends, but you should know, you should just don't randomly endorse them. What do you mean by endorse?
It's like asking, do we know them? They asking him to follow us.
No. You're telling that he knows digital marketing. Okay. And somebody is good in programming, you're endorsing him for programming. Okay. And then what else? You're going to find out. You're going to join. Are you part of any groups?
Yeah.
Okay. If you go search for groups, you will find a lot of groups. Join at least 5 groups. You can join up to 50 groups. License number, certification URL. Oh, certification URL. You can go to Web Marketing Academy. There is a digital marketing management course page. Take that link and share it here. Okay. Okay, join at least 5 groups. Follow at least 5 to 10 companies. Relevant companies. Alright, for example, groups, search engine land, they have groups and company page, follow those things. So, Mashable, HubSpot, Moz, Content Marketing Institute. Okay, groups and companies you can follow. Of course, any IBM or anything that you're interested, please join that one too. All right. If you give recommendation, that is good too, but it takes some time to write a recommendation. It's a good way to. Endorsing is just giving what he knows. Recommendation is like a explaining that this person knows, about that person. It's a good way. Okay. What else we have? Okay. Also, follow influencers. At least 10 to 15. Yeah, that one, switch it on. One more time. 10 to 15 influencers. Like, if you go to Pulse, and you will see influencers. Follow influencers and also industry. Switch off here. This one? No, the other one like
This one.
you can try it. Yeah, one more time. Yeah. So Pulse, you can also topic and industries. Follow at least 5 to 10 industry. It could be digital marketing, technology, all those things you can follow. And if you have done any volunteering, please add that one too. And you're part of some committee or organizations, add that one too. Okay, and as usual, you can always use your Gmail or Outlook to connect with the right people, so that you can see how many people are already in LinkedIn. You can connect that way easily. And share something. Share some useful, resourceful link. It could be any link. A blog post you see interesting, take that link, come and share it. And by the way, in your experience, you can add image, add videos too. Do you know how to add it? Okay, by the way, take a look at my profile. That is Suresh Babu TR. And maybe take a look at Guy Kawasaki. Take a look at how it is being, how the format is. What are the things that you see? Okay, we'll take half an hour, 45 minutes, or 1 hour to do this. Now.